Hello, welcome to the channel, and welcome to a review of the opening Euros match for England, England versus Croatia, the second favourites, kind of the second most dangerous opposition in our group, to be honest, and the team that we should be beating if we want to top the group, and we did exactly that. I'm going to break the game down and give you my thoughts on it. That first half for me was the best performance of the Euros so far, even though we didn't get a goal, it was still 0-0. And that is because we looked like a club football team. That is exactly what we look like. It's very, very strange that in international football that a team presses so high up the pitch. We looked like a City, we looked like a Liverpool, literally in that first half. We were pressing so high, and there was occasions where we won the ball so high up the pitch. And that is why I'm kind of happy that Foden didn't score in those first 5 minutes. When he hit the post, when he did that curling effort, and it almost went in, hit the post, hit it square on the post and came out. I'm kind of happy we didn't, because I wonder how we would have played. We certainly wouldn't have played in the first half, I don't think, as well as what we did, because once we got the goal up, I think it was around. Was it around 70 minutes? I believe. Yeah, it was earlier than that. 60 minutes we got the goal. Well, 57 to be exact. And we just played within ourselves after that. We played very defensive after that. And that's a long time playing football against the better teams that can break us down. Against the better teams, I'm talking whoever we get in the round of 16. Especially if we finish top of the group, so likely France, Germany or Spain, we can't play like that. We can't play like that. If we go a goal, we have to continue pushing. And the substitutions that Gareth Southgate made were quite negative as well, as if he was holding on. Like, he made subs as if he was holding on for the draw before there was any reason. I understand the last 80 minutes, go for it. But when you've just scored a goal and you've been dominating the game at 60 minutes, we could have pushed on. We could have pushed on and scored 2 or 3. Genuinely, I believe that. But the way that we played after was a little bit worrying. So that is why I would say, if I was to put a percentage on how happy I am with that performance, I would say I was 70% happy. That, like I said, the first half, that is probably the best performance I have seen. Pressing high up the pitch. It was like club football. It was like City. It was like Liverpool pressing high up the pitch. Literally, you don't see that in international football very often at all. Winning the ball back so high up the pitch. You don't see that very often at all. But in the second half, it's like we had forgotten what we did the first half. Well, not in the second half, because until we scored, we were great. And I go back to it. That is why I'm happy that we did not score when Phil Foden was in 5 minutes in and we hit the post, because I think it would have been a very different game. Honestly, I think they would have been. And it sounds crazy to not to have wanted a goal so early on, but I think if that goes in, I think they're more likely to finish 1-0 than us scoring later on. Genuinely. Which it is pretty crazy. But, I mean, Gareth Southgate did get the job done. Calvin Phillips, incredible, really. I mean, and this goes to show how far high up the pitch we were pressing. In the first half, Calvin Phillips got offside. In the first half. Yeah, I know that's not a great thing to point out in terms of a positive, but it does demonstrate how far high up the pitch we were pressing. Calvin Phillips got offside. I mean, very, very defensive-minded centre mid. Even more defensive-minded than Declan Rice. 100%. He had a shot and he was offside once. So that shows how high we were pressing up the pitch, which it was great to see, because I think maybe Croatia didn't expect that when they seen the team lineup. What I will say about the team lineup is Luke Shaw. What does the man have to do? Genuinely. Has Gareth Southgate been speaking to Jose Mourinho? Has he? Because I seen Jose Mourinho on TalkSport say he would play Chilwell, even though Luke Shaw's got Premier League left back of the season. And forget that, Gareth Southgate's chosen Chilwell to play out of position on that left-hand side rather than play Luke Shaw or Chilwell. I mean, Luke Shaw has definitely deserved that starting spot. And it is a big difference. It is a big difference playing right back to left back. If you're not used to it, tackling, you're going with the opposite leg. When you're tackling, you have to you're going kind of, if you're defending from on the right hand side, if there's a ball in behind, you kind of go across the body with your stronger foot. So you tackle across your body with your stronger foot. Tackling across your body with your left foot is a lot more difficult. That's why, for example, I mean, I know I haven't played at the same level as some of these England boys, but that is why I prefer playing at right centre back than left centre back. And I am an out and out centre back, I can't play in any other position. But yeah, because it's more easier to tackle. I'd love to do a sliding challenge when I'm right centre back, but at left centre back, doing a sliding challenge with my with cutting across my body with my weaker foot, I just don't like doing it. And positionally as well. Like, there was a time where Trippier headed the ball back and Pickford had to rush out to get the ball in and got it clear. I feel like Trippier doesn't make that if he's on the right hand side. He doesn't do that silly challenge, that silly header back to the keeper if he's on the right hand side. But the fact that he's not used to the position, he hasn't got his positional awareness secured in that position, then he did make that mistake. But I think Luke Shaw there would have done equal, if not better job than Trippier in that position. But it does go to show that everyone was talking about, Gareth Southgate's right back army. Well, okay, that it makes sense now. It makes 100% sense. Because he planned on playing Trippier at left back. So it wasn't a right back army because he planned on playing a right back at left back. You know what I'm saying? Very strange. Very strange indeed. But, I mean, we did get the goal. Raheem Sterling hasn't been great for club, to be honest. Even though City have done very decent things this season. They obviously lost the Champions League final. And Sterling's not been on incredible form for club. But he's got the job done. He's got the job done for country. And it was. I disagreed on numerous things with Gareth Southgate. I think maybe Sancho. Sancho, I think, may have the United transfer on his mind. That's why he's not been selected by Gareth Southgate, because he wasn't even in the starting 11. He wasn't even in on the sub bench either. So that goes to show, I think there's some deeper meaning behind that. Maybe he's got the transfer on his mind, or maybe he might say he's fine, he might say he's ready to play, but Gareth Southgate doesn't want him to play for that reason until he's got this transfer secured, which I'm of the opinion, even as a United fan, that United should just leave him be until after the Euros. Genuinely. I know we've already agreed that the fee and like the agent fees and stuff like that and the personal terms with Sancho. So it's just a case of negotiating the price with Borussia Dortmund, which obviously you don't need Sancho for. So maybe the price will be agreed with whilst the Euros is ongoing. But yeah, I feel that's the only explanation as to why he wasn't even included or even on the bench, to be honest. But yeah, job done. I mean, Raheem Sterling, it was very nice to see you get the goal. Assist by Calvin Phillips, which is pretty amazing. Like I say, very defensive, Declan Rice and Calvin Phillips together, but not the way that we played, especially in that first half. And Calvin Phillips skipping by one, playing in Raheem Sterling. And you have to question Calvin Phillips, like, okay, is he a big game player? Is he a big game player, Calvin Phillips? Because he hasn't got any experience in the big games. He's only had very few England caps, most of them friendlies. And obviously Leeds haven't had any huge games, not like Champions League finals like Mount or Foden. They haven't had many huge games. However, Calvin Phillips stepped up to the mark. My man of the match, personally. Calvin Phillips was my man of the match. Let me know down in the comments, who was your man of the match? What do you think to the game? and where do you think England are going to finish in this competition? So subscribe. I do watch-alongs over on Twitch as well. So come and join twitch.tv/RNA_deck. This has been one take, by the way, so to get the video out. So hopefully you appreciate that if I've been stuttering or whatever. But yes, I will see you guys next time.